Brought to you by the SRS 450 Home Smoke Eater by GetTheSmokeOut.com.
Alright, real simple. If you remember the last one, it was pretty much just a really big conversation. I did away with all those sheets. It was really, I didn't want to deal with the paperwork, and I'm sure you didn't want to have to scribble on them. So, we're all adults. This is an adult conversation, talking about adult subjects. Don't feel the need to censor yourself. I don't care if a curse slips out. I'm not bleeping it. Just kind of let it go. By no means, you don't need to feel obligated to like this cigar. I don't care whether you like it or not. You're not going to hurt my feelings. If you don't like it, just tell me why you don't like it. Same thing, if you like it, tell me why. You know, I like it, it's great, and nothing else. That doesn't really help anyone. The same goes for if it's bad. So help yourself. There's some cigars laying around. Grab one, start talking, tell me what you think. How's it look?
I like it. When I came in and saw it, and I immediately liked it, which I don't. I'm not that way with cigars.
Does that look good?
I really like the color. I like a dark color.
Weight.
Yeah,
Weight of that cigar.
That's the first thing I noticed.
Yeah, it is.
Nice weight.
It's solid.
Yeah.
It's well. You can tell it's well made.
And nice smell to it.
Yeah, it smells awesome.
Might be worthwhile to go around the room, tell me what you like. This way, if anyone's watching,
Types of
kind of
cigars?
focusing on you. Yeah. What do you normally smoke? What do you like in a cigar?
I like a lot. I like a heavy, natural, spicy cigar. Peppers, spices. I've always been a big fan of Cubans. I just recently started smoking the LFD Chapter 2s.
Definitely my size.
Those are very heavy cigars.
My size of mine.
Any dark natural with any amount of spice, I'm a big fan of. Jim.
I like just about, well, it depends on what time of the day it is, what I'm eating, what I'm drinking. But I'm usually a more full body guy. Usually not this big of a ring gauge, but it's not bad. It's a little bigger than I normally like, but so far, I like it.
Scott, you're up, buddy.
Well, I have to say first thing, I'm like, definitely my size. I can handle this. I'm a basically nice full body cigar. That's usually what I stick to. Smells good. I'm about to get the first taste right here.
Yeah, for me, it is a little bit too big, but there is great weight to it. So I know this is going to smoke a long time. This is going to be a long smoking cigar. For myself, I like the sweetness of the Maduro. And it can't be real easy in draw. I like a little bit of restriction in the draw. That's about it.
First thing I noticed about this was exactly what Tim had mentioned. The weight took me by surprise when I picked it up. Because usually on more of a full gauge like this, you're not going to be as heavy as this. But I punched mine and was a little skeptical about a punch if it was going to have a decent draw, but it was a nice smooth draw. On the cold draw, liked it, a little bit of a sweetness. What I usually smoke, it runs the gamut. I can smoke something real light, something real heavy. On a bigger gauge cigar like this, I wouldn't want it too peppery. It'd be just a little too much for me. So I'm hoping this is going to be a little bit more in the medium range.
Definitely has weight in the hand. Nice roll, excellent draw. I just nipped it just lightly. Excellent draw. I like the medium to full or full. The Chapter 2 I like. I don't like a cigar that dries out your mouth. I don't like the dry smoke. And that's so far so good.
It's a good point. You don't hear a lot of people say that. Cigars
I don't like the dry.
No, I absolutely agree. People just don't mention that when they're talking about cigars. about how smoky it is or the bite or no bite. They never bring that up. It's
I like a lot of smoke too.
Yeah, I was gonna say mine.
I like a lot of smoke. I mean, I don't like the work to get, to get a mouthful.
Nothing worse than cotton mouth when you're smoking a cigar.
Yeah.
It ruins everything.
So everyone's got the cigar lit. What do you think? First impressions?
Well, it's a great looking cigar. The leaf quality is very good. It does have some oily to it, which is great. So far, it's
Yeah, the dry is good on it.
right in my flavor range.
You haven't identified the exact flavor profile yet, and so. And it's been a while since I've had this bigger engaged too. You know, I think about it.
It's got a nice tobacco flavor, not a lot of sweetness. Mine doesn't, not yet.
Yeah, I don't get any sweetness.
No, not yet. But it's just getting
It's
started.
got,
Yeah.
I punched mine, and it's got a nice, easy draw.
Yeah. I just took just a very little off.
It's kind of funny that you all mentioned that the cigar is kind of big for your preference. When I was talking to the individual about getting these cigars for the tasting, they said, "Okay, what is your first choice and what is your second choice in case I can't get one, go get the other?" My first choice was a smaller cigar, and I told them, "Well, if you have a bigger size, that'll work out well because I know most of your clientele picks up the bigger ring gauge, so that's how we wound up with a 60."
It works for me.
Yeah, I don't know if I would
It's
buy
definitely my size.
Yeah.
I like being for the long haul.
And for years I smoked this size regularly, and then I've noticed over the years, especially since I started coming here, where I smoke more than one cigar a day,
Right.
I've
Yeah.
gravitated smaller ring gauges, but I've also noticed that I get more flavor.
Right. So I found out when I was younger, I used to go bigger was better. But as you're more into smoking cigars, you realize smaller ring cigar, the better you get more of the natural flavor of the tobacco and a better taste than the bigger rings. Nothing wrong with bigger rings, but I find that you get more of a true taste of the tobacco with a smaller ring cigar.
I think with the bigger ring, if you're going to be here for a while, you want to be able to sample and get, it's almost like a meal. You want different courses other than just sitting down with one cigar.
And smoking one.
Right.
Yeah.
So what do you think the appeal is to bigger cigars? You just generally like them? You think they're a better value? You just looking for smoke time? What would bring you to pick up a 60 ring gauge if you would buy one on a regular basis?
If that was the only size that they made. If there was this particular cigar and that was the only size that they made.
Well, if I knew it was going to be my only cigar of the day, if I'm only having one cigar in a day and it's after a meal, I'm more inclined to go bigger.
Or if you're at an event, a special occasion.
Exactly.
If you're at a wedding, if you're at something that you're going to
be
have one
there
cigar and you
a bunch
just
of hours, yeah.
I like the bigger ones if you're just day at the beach and you don't want to pack a bunch of cigars with sand and everything.
Right.
I might take a bigger ring just so you can sit on the beach, relax.
Well, that's
And
also-
this is good for a couple hours while you're sitting there.
Well, the problem is too with a lot of the travel humidors, they don't fit these large cigars.
Right.
But put wheels on yours and keep going. Yeah, long drives.
I have a 40 over there that'll hold 20.
Just get the old Samsonite suitcase. The hard plastic suitcase and carry that around.
But they make
My wife used to be studying to become a school teacher, so she'd be studying on weekends, so that took my cue to get some cigars and just drive all day on the weekend, so I would gravitate towards those bigger rain gauges and, okay, 2 hours from here to Baltimore.
This is the size I started on. Get bigger, go home, I guess. And that's what I was.
Yeah, here you go.
if it's a good cigar and it's big,
Oh yeah.
then you
It's
can enjoy
bonus.
the whole thing.
Absolutely.
But it's a mediocre cigar, then you're stuck in it for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then you just pitch it.
I think
I'm too freaking cheap.
Yeah, same here.
depends on how bad it is. I've
Yeah.
had cigars where I lit them and they were so bad I threw them out.
I don't know what you guys' experience was, but it seems like I've had a lot of burn issues with larger ring cigars, where they'll start to channel a little bit. They won't burn evenly.
This is burning nice. This is burning nice.
It's burning well so far, so I'm interested to see once we get about halfway down
Yeah.
how it is.
I don't mind the touch up if the flavor's in it. That
Oh
doesn't-
yeah, flavors.
You know, if it starts burning a little bit, and that doesn't matter to
No,
me.
I'm willing to do the work. So this doesn't go out on.
Or if you have to puff 3 or 4 times to get any smoke out,
Yeah.
that's just, I can't, I do not like that.
I don't want to work with smoke cigar.
Yeah.
But when you felt the weight, did you have any preconceived notion that they were going to
Yeah,
be strong?
I thought it was going to be a harder
tight.
draw.
Yeah, so did I.
It's gonna be
That's
tight.
exactly what I thought. When I felt the weight, it's like, man, it's going to be really packed and you're not going to get a
Yeah, it was waiting.
once you the cold, when you punch it or cut it, I mean, that cold draw will give you an indication right
The perfect draw. The thing is just how I cut it.
And you said, ooh, it has an easy draw, and
Just
draws
cut it
nice on it. I
It's-
thought, ooh,
it's a good draw.
So I cut back a
It's just
little bit,
not
so I didn't get quite
It's
as much,
fine.
because I thought it was gonna be tight.
Alright, now I want to know
Draw,
your
this is nice.
preference on cutting to punching.
I never punch. That's me. I just.
I don't either.
I
I have nothing against it. There are there's a couple cigars you got in there where you really should punch them just because a lot of those similar. But especially with long fillers, I just don't see the need. Especially with this cutter now I have, you know, it's got the back on it.
Right.
I just,
Well, I like the punch just for the fact that I kind of gnaw on the end of my cigar.
if you're a chewer, absolutely.
Yeah.
That leaf and that cap will start to loosen off.
Yeah.
It just keeps it a little bit more firm.
Especially if you're prone to having a regular cutter, you cut off too much at the end. Going to switching to a punch is.
You can always go from a punch to a cut.
Sure,
That's right. That's true.
That's what I was just going to say. You can't go backwards from a cut.
No.
Even now, some of the cigars, like the box press, and doing the new cut with the angle cut on it.
No, the
V cut. Right. And I find out that works really good on box press cigars.
Yeah, a lot of the cigars with like pigtails and stuff like that. You can't. The last cigar I smoked had a pigtail. I couldn't punch it. I had to cut it.
You know, like the Christophs, you can't punch because they put a knob on it.
If you cut that little knob, it's like a punch.
Yeah, you just twist on that
Just snip that knob off and just.
Yeah, it's hard to do with my cutter. I gotta time it. I gotta measure it out. Or just grab it with the teeth.
I'm not getting any pepper.
Get the sweetness, but I'm getting from the outer wrapper. I'm getting a little sweetness from the.
Just a little bit, a little sweetness.
I'm trying to guess its origin. And so far I'm leaning towards Dominican. I have a feeling I'm wrong, but just because it doesn't have that almost, I call it the Maduro sweetness of the Nicaraguan. A lot of Nicaraguans, even naturals, if you were smoking them blindfolded, you don't just think they were, to me anyway, I call it a Maduro when they're not. And because for years I hated Nicaraguans, I could smell them across the room, and now I have to think I smoke them.
Your palate changes too.
Oh, my palate's changed tremendously in the last couple of years.
To me, it's leaving like a little nice creamy juice.
Yes.
It is very smooth. Very smooth.
With just a little bit of sweetness.
Yeah. Smooth, just a touch of sweetness, which is...
Everything's in the front of the mouth right now, at least nothing back of the throat.
Nope. It's burning nice, got a nice tight action on it.
These villages are not responsible for what happens, that's all I'm saying.
Not bad though.
Yeah, don't worry about that.
It's enjoyable so far.
Yeah, I was just about to say,
It's enjoyable.
I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, it's a medium. I think it's just a true medium so far.
That's what I expected going into it.
This would be a perfect after lunch cigar, excluding the size. If on the beach after a good lunch, I'd do this in a heartbeat.
Goes well with an adult beverage also.
I was just going to say that.
Fruit Loops goes well with
It's not
I was going to say bourbon in your Fruit Loops? Okay. Yeah, that's a
This
good
is
one.
going real well with the Jefferson.
You got 10 acres.
Good sign of a cigar, I just inhaled a bit. I'm not like
It's here a while.
Wait, where I smell it. This one smell like it. Now if you put this one.
So far, I would buy the, smoke this cigar so far.
Yeah, so far I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, I am too. I'm picking up old habits from when I used to smoke these. Smoking them quickly. So, putting it down.
Yeah.
The bigger the cigar, the faster I want to smoke it.
Because you're trying to get to your next one.
There's that.
Cigars.
If you'd have dropped $30 for that, you'd nurse it. Free has a tendency to change, $5 has a tendency. 30, you're kind of...
That's one puff every 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Set the timer.
Why does this go out?
I got a minute and a half left.
Not getting any harshness at all from this.
No.
None
No
whatsoever.
bitterness.
It's nice. Like the way it feels. It's a nice oily feel in your hand. Nice smooth draw.
Let's see if it corrects itself. A little bit of that.
Yeah, I'm the same way. Mine's
You
kinda-
start to channel a little?
Yeah.
Almost pain-free.
Yeah, that's nice.
I noticed that too, yeah.
Mine's lagging a little bit, but that... It
Yeah,
doesn't
got
matter
one
to
side.
me. It's
Really going to 10.
It's easy to catch up. Yeah, no harshness. None.
TV on camera or something out there.
Good long surfing cigar.
Oh, yeah.
Lawn chair.
Yeah, that's usually why I like the bigger ones, because I'm in for usually the long walk. I'll sit out front on my patio.
Oh, yeah, that's...
Like I said, I get,
That's a tough gig. To sit and relax for 2.5 hours.
Somebody's got to do it.
Yeah.
You're gonna suffer.
Yeah, it's tough, but I make myself do it.
especially on one of those nights where it's just the right temperature and just,
Oh yeah, if I weren't coming here
Like
tonight,
tonight.
yeah.
I'd be out front of my porch tonight.
Oh, he still may be on the deck tonight.
Yeah, I might still get out front too.
I've been driving, watching cars all day. It's great. Smoking a cigar, watching cars. It don't get much better.
Well, Tim and Jim, you're both in a unique situation where you deal with customers on a regular basis. It's still kind of early yet, but how would you describe that to how would you describe that to a customer that came in? It's still kind of early yet, but
I would say it's a medium,
Yes.
nice medium bodied cigar. Creamy, sweet, no bitter aftertaste whatsoever so far. If somebody wanted a bigger ring cigar, I would definitely recommend it so far.
This would be good even for someone that's just starting.
Yeah.
Just starting to smoke, because you got great tobacco taste, but yet it's smooth as silk.
Yeah.
So that would be.
Mine's starting to get sweet. On the retro hill and
Yeah,
that.
this would be somebody just starting out, getting into cigars. This would be,
Somebody wants a smooth cigar, like a cigar that's smooth.
yeah.
That's smooth.
Yeah, definitely.
Not a lot of us, just getting started too. Not much change. It's picked up on sweetness a little bit though.
As I'm smoking, I'm trying to think of what I've smoked that it reminds me of.
So what would you expect of this cigar? Would you expect some flavor changes? Do you expect it to be more or less the same all the way through?
I'm expecting it when it gets down a little further to amp up a little bit.
Yeah.
Just by the size of it. Could be wrong, but
No, I
usually
think
with
it's-
the bigger rings, once you get halfway, they start to
Come
amp
up.
up.
Yep.
In a way, I'm hoping it doesn't.
I was just
Yeah.
thinking that.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
the taste now, and I hope it
Yeah.
stays just like this all the way through.
Yeah.
But
I was thinking that. I hope it stays.
Well, I hope it stays just the way it is. I mean, because so far I'm really, really enjoying this. I'm hoping it does. I'm hoping it changes a little bit,
Yeah.
so you don't get bored with the same. Because I find out that's one of the
Yeah.
reasons I got away from the bigger rings. You smoke it so long, you get tired of it.
It gets monotonous after a
Yeah,
while.
you want something. I don't mind a bigger cigar if you get halfway through, and then all of a sudden you get that, it like gets a little peppery or something. That's fine. But a big ring cigar that doesn't change, it seems to get, like you said, monotonous.
We'll try a cigar, which obviously I don't know what it is, but always trying a new cigar, I always want to be pleasantly surprised.
Yeah.
And I am.
Yeah, so far no complaints at all. I mean, it's
Yeah.
very nice draw, great taste.
Yeah, I definitely smoke it again so
Oh, yeah.
far.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be really curious with the next size down, what that flavor profile's like. Because the more I smoke this, the more I consider it on the milder side. I mean, I'm enjoying it thoroughly. It is definitely a medium. But it's milder than I anticipated.
It's holding
Yeah,
that
just
ash.
by the dark, oily wrapper, I'm expecting it to be a little stronger than what it is, but I'm not complaining.
Slightly flaky ash, but it's holding well.
Yeah, mine flaked early.
Yeah, mine looked like it was gonna fall, so I just-
Yeah, that's what I did. I like it to be a little hotter too.
I like a nice long ash. Keeps it cool.
But what does a long ash tell you? To me, it's just telling me it's rolled well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well constructed cigar.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
When you got something you're tapping every so often because you're afraid of the fall. And to me,
Right.
it's just that just rings out cheaply made cigar.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care about the ash. I go for the flavor. I mean, if it's flaky,
Well, if I'm sitting outside, I
Yeah.
don't care, but if I'm sitting someplace or if I'm more dressed, I don't want to be
Right.
constantly wiping ash off.
Yeah, it ruins the tuxedo.
Yeah.
I think you see him in
It's
the
a rental.
Or the South Philly tuxedo.
If I'm enjoying a cigar and I'm ignoring the ash, and I did this back here a couple weeks ago, next thing you know, I'm just not paying attention to the ash, and I'm just ash bath. I'm not tapping in time.
Good thing it falls off.
Oh, me.
Good thing we have a dust devil.
That's what I was about to say. I think we should prepare for such events.
Alright, so it's been a few minutes. I've heard some guesses thrown around. Does it taste like anything in particular?
I can't put my finger on anything. It's a shame, but I can't.
It reminds me of Laboria a little bit. That's the closest. I would like to say Cuban stock, but I've never had a Cuban stock who's mild.
Right. I was just saying that because of the construction.
Yeah, absolutely, I agree.
Worth to mind Cuban stock just by the construction and the way it's made. But it doesn't taste like any Cuban stock ever.
Exactly.
I can't put my finger on it.
It's definitely not as mild as when it started, because I'm putting a lot of work into it.
Yeah, I just had to touch mine for the first time. It was starting to tunnel a little bit. But,
Yeah, overall, it's
but it should straighten itself. As soon as I touch it just a little bit, it straightened itself right out.
Yeah, mine's the same way. I just touched it once and
I'm back to square. It's great. It's maintaining its firmness. It's not getting soft.
No, it's staying firm.
So how are they smoking? Anyone have any troubles with them? They all doing well?
None at all.
None at all.
Was there something in the one little, after I asked it, I had to touch it the one time, but other than that, no problems whatsoever.
Yeah, the draw's been the same from light to now.
Sorry. We're off the filling.
It's a lot of smoke.
all you know is that's not me, I'm here.
Yeah. Set off a smoke detector outside? Damn neighbors.
We did that. New Year's Eve. There's probably like 6 of us. Smoke cigars in one guy's garage. And he's got a den in his basement. And he's got an Uzi. And he's like, oh, we should all go downstairs, put the Uzi on the desk, stand there, take a picture of us smoking cigars. Low ceiling.
Yep.
They have the whole house is wired smoke detectors. Big party going on. We're down there. Set off the smoke detector. Nobody knew it. The alarm company called. Nobody heard the phone ring. So we take the picture. We go back upstairs to the garage. Now it's like 15 minutes till midnight. And we hear the sirens. And we're like, oh, that stinks. The guys got called out.
Yeah, New Year's Eve.
And the sirens kept getting louder and louder and louder. Here we see the lights. Next thing you know, they pull in the driveway and pull right in front of the house.
Hi guys.
We're just smoking cigars.
They were mad.
I'll bet.
They were furious because something like that. They're probably like, okay, get amped up for something.
Sorry guys.
Shit, no fire.
All we said was, I guess somebody's making a nice donation to the fire company now.
Exactly. We're gonna be lighter. Let's set this trash can on fire and make you happy. That's a big deal.
Yeah, I'll never forget that. That was.
Everyone seems to be drinking various things. How's it going with the beverages?
Very well.
Very nice.
Good.
Like I said earlier, it's going real nice with that adult beverage.
Does it change at all, or is it more or less the same?
I think it's
Mine's staying the same.
Yeah, it's staying steady.
Yeah, mine's a little harsher, but not much.
Yeah.
But I'm being aggressive with it.
So the lack of change, is that a good thing or a bad thing?
With this cigar, I think it's a good thing.
It's good.
Because I like the taste of it.
They can always change bad.
Yeah.
So,
Once they go bad, they never go back to being good again.
I would have liked to see a little bit more of a change. Just
Well, you
because
mean
I'm
like a little stronger?
a little bit stronger.
I know
Just
you
because of
like
my
it.
type, I like a little bit stronger. I mean, it's something I would definitely try again, but
Yeah, you could smoke this anytime.
Yep.
Your first cigar or your last cigar of the day.
Mhm.
You'd still
Why
be
don't you go with a
satisfied.
cup of coffee?
Oh, yeah.
Want a cup of coffee, bro?
Nah. But I'm just
We'll get you a cup of
I would
coffee.
say, how's it go with the ginger ale though?
good.
Just because that sweetness of the ginger.
Yes, no.
Yeah, ginger ale goes good with a cigar, I think.
Well,
Like
that's what they give you at the Chinese restaurant to clean your palate. That's why they have ginger on the plate.
Oh, tastes like sushi.
Get some wasabi.
I didn't get
too.
that yet. I didn't get the sushi taste yet, all right? It sounds a little fishy.
I was gonna say if it has a fishy taste to it,
No.
I want to know where it's been.
Yeah. I wanna know who rolled it.
we're not going to the Lewinsky. We're not going to the Lewinsky route, are we?
Whoever
No,
makes
I
it, they
think-
call it the trout.
Any flavors popping out at you?
No.
I'm getting a nice, just this nice tobacco taste.
Yeah, just
That's what
a,
I'm getting. Is
just a little sweet. My sweetness has died down a little bit.
Your sweetness is going just a little bit, but it's still nice and creamy.
Yes.
It's still
Chewy.
nice in the
Chewy.
front.
Yep.
It's not drying your throat out
Nope.
anyway whatsoever. I mean,
Nope.
which I'm surprised for a bigger ring cigar.
Oops.
It's been nice.
Ash bag.
It's fine.
No.
It's
Sitting
fine.
on the high top chair.
Alright, so we haven't had much change to this point. So if we jump ahead and let's assume that it doesn't change. Is that good or too much of a good thing?
For me, it's good. I enjoy it. I
It's
like the
been very
taste of it,
enjoyable.
and I'm happy that it's not changing.
Yeah, if it stays like this, I'll smoke that down to the nub.
Yeah,
Yeah, I agree.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I
Be nice if that
I mean, it's not quite
that
as
sweetness
strong
would
as
just
I
pick
like,
up a little
right.
bit more.
but it does have great taste.
Right.
Yes.
It's
Nothing.
I don't know how long we've been here, but I mean,
Starting
smoking a little bit.
at 6.
We're about 40 minutes in.
Yep.
Smoking a little bit faster than I thought.
50 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that it would, as heavy as it was, as packed as it was, I thought it would last a little bit longer, but
I'm not complaining.
no, not at all. No.
Throw some Lajero in there to slow it
But
down.
when you look how much tobacco is in there.
So that's
Yeah, this is a well
Nice
packed.
Yeah.
tobacco in that cigar.
You can just tell by the weight it's fully packed.
No, I'm enjoying it completely.
This is a very well-rounded cigar. Like you said, you can have it your first or last of the day. Makes no difference.
It's a good first for me.
It's a cigar you would recommend to somebody else.
No, sir.
Yeah.
If you know what somebody likes, you can. I would definitely recommend it. If you've never smoked it, absolutely try it.
When I first seen it, the size and the weight, I was a little doubtful that I was going to like it, but I like it. I mean, I was determined just by the size and the weight of it that it was going to be.
I'd buy that. If the price point was good, I'd buy it.
But pleasantly surprised.
Price point is something we usually talk about toward the end, but I mean, since it came out, where do you think this falls?
The quality of the cigar, my guess is going to be in the $10 to $12 range.
Yeah, I'm thinking 10.
Yeah.
10. 8 to 10.
Yeah, I'm thinking $9.50, $10.
It should be for that, but I don't think it will be. I think it's going to be in the $8 range.
8 to 10.
Well, the $1 million question is, if it were a $10 cigar, would you buy it?
Yes, I would.
I would too.
If I was only having one for the day, definitely.
I've had $10 cigars that weren't this good.
Yeah, I have to agree with that.
A lot of them.
Oh yeah.
At $10, I think it's a fair price.
Yeah.
At a fair price, I wouldn't think twice about buying a cigar.
And yeah, I went blink an eye at $10 to buy this again. I mean, I've had a lot more expensive cigars that I haven't enjoyed as much as
Right.
this.
if you were gonna recommend that in the shop, if that would be under $10 stick, that, I mean, you
That
wouldn't
would-
hesitate,
that would definitely
you wouldn't hesitate to
That would
tell
sell.
somebody.
Yeah, this would sell out.
Most definitely.
Well, what is the sweet spot in your shop? What do you find most people are picking up in terms of price range? I mean, are they sticking in the 8 to 10?
Usually between $7 and $9. 6 to 8, 7 to 9, somewhere in there is what.
10 people think twice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
If
If they're on the border between two, they'll
If it's
end
good,
up
I'll,
At $10, it's got to be something they've had before and really enjoyed.
But I think there's a big difference between somebody that's here frequently and somebody that only comes in once in a while. If you're only going to smoke a cigar maybe once or twice a week, I don't think you would blink an eye at a $10 cigar. But if you're smoking 2 to 3 cigars a day,
Oh yeah.
$10 is going to be something that you're going to buy not as much as you're going to buy a $6 to $8 cigar.
Yeah.
But if I said to you, Jay, this cigar is incredible.
Oh,
For
absolutely.
the price, it's a very, very good cigar, you would pick it up.
Oh, absolutely.
It, over at 10 or above, this might be a weekend stick where you're going to sit back and you got a couple hours
Right.
to just relax and enjoy a cigar. Definitely.
Well, what do you expect out of a $10 cigar?
Well constructed,
good
Yes.
draw.
easy draw,
Good
and
flavor.
good flavor, a lot of nice.
Yeah.
And something that's not going to be, something that's going to change in profile. It might start out and then change, then go
Yep.
back again.
For me, a $10 cigar, I don't want any problems with it.
Yeah.
I want it to burn well. I want it to taste decent. And I don't want to have to constantly relight it. I don't want it constantly going out.
I don't want to work with it.
Right.
Low maintenance.
Exactly.
Yeah, something makes you want to keep going at it.
Nothing worse than having to work with a cigar. When you're constantly hashing it, relighting it,
And you
fixing it.
But on a cheaper cigar, you kind of expect it on a cheaper cigar, but when you're spending more,
Right.
you're getting the higher end cigars, you shouldn't have to think twice about it.
No, you should
It's
be able to light
frustrating
it
when
once
does happen.
and that's it.
Absolutely.
If you have to relight it, you're making it more harsh just
Right.
by the heat.
Well, you expect more out of it.
Oh, sure.
It's an expensive cigar.
Yeah. A $5 cigar, you're going to have to touch it up, light it a couple times, and
Like the Ashton VSGs, I love those cigars, but because of the price point, and there's, to me, sometimes if it's above $10, and I'm walking in there, I'm thinking, all right, do I want to spend over $10 for a smaller cigar? You know, it depends if it's my first or second cigar of the day. You know, the VSGs, I love them, but you know, they're like $13 for that size. I kind of sometimes I go, oh, I can have Christoph instead.
Right.
I like the symmetry better than the VSJ.
I thought it was milder.
Well, yeah, it was definitely milder, but much sweeter, nicer.
But for me, a milder cigar, I don't enjoy as much, and they're usually my first cigar of the day. I don't want to spend more money on a milder cigar.
right.
I want to spend more money, I want more taste.
Well, it seems like there's a couple of different categories. You got your mid-price cigars that are like $5 or $6. You got what people consider premiums at like $10 plus, and you got your super premiums at like 18, 20 plus. I mean, what's to you? What is the difference between a premium at, you know, just for that vague description, a $10 cigar versus a super premium that's figure 18, 20, 25 bucks?
Craftsmanship and taste, to me anyway. It's got to be like the Oliva. You know how I feel about those Oliva Milanios. They're a $13 stick. But they're really well made. They're a little milder, but they're just so smooth and creamy.
Now, that's my opinion
it's-
of the 64 and the 26.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're just, when I want a certain profile, I know what I'm getting out of that
Right.
cigar.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's
Right.
now, 2 years from now, 5 years from now,
Right.
that cigar is going to taste the
If you
same.
pick up a 26 or a 64, you know what you're getting
Right.
every time. Whether you smoke one now or you smoke one 5 years from now. it's going to be that same
What's the
cigar
26?
constantly.
26 Maduros.
Padrones. Oh yeah. Although the last Padron I had here was a 64. I didn't enjoy it as much, but it was also my third cigar of the day.
Yeah.
That 26 Maduro is.
Yeah, the Maduro, I'll take the Maduro over the natural, hands down every
I
time.
don't think I've ever had a Maduro.
I like the natural, so.
Yeah, I like the Maduro, like Jim. I like the Maduro 26, 64.
Yeah, I'll take the Maduro anytime over the natural. It's just in my flavor profile range.
So I guess it's safe to say the more expensive the cigar gets, you're kind of favoring consistency of that.
Your expectations are higher.
Yep.
You know, if you're spending $18, $20 for a cigar, your expectations are you're going to light it once and you're going to smoke it, you're going to enjoy it, and it should taste the same consistently time after
From
time.
one cigar to the
Yeah.
other.
Yes.
If you've had that cigar before,
Right.
but say you spend 18 bucks on a cigar you've never had before, I mean, are your expectations that much higher?
Yes.
For me, it is.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
absolutely.
it is, definitely.
Most certainly.
After all.
You gotta
But
smoke.
then again, I've had 20, 25-hour cigars that I won't buy again.
No.
I just didn't enjoy them. I've had, you know, I tell people that when they come into the shop, you know,
You're talking about
a
that.
price
Rob.
point, a price point, you know, it's what you enjoy. It's not the price of the cigar, in my
Right.
opinion.
Right.
I've had 5-hour cigars that I buy time and time again because I like them. I like the way they taste.
Well, like the Hoya Red.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, great cigar.
Right.
Price point is killer,
Right.
you know, but it's a great cigar.
Same thing with the New World.
Yep.
New World's a reasonable cigar. It's a
Yeah.
great cigar.
But you know, when you buy a new one, you're getting a full body cigar going in. And that's what you expect, and that's what you're going to get.
I like a smoke the smoke itself, not just smoky, but the smoke is very heavy,
Yeah,
chewy,
that's exactly.
where you can almost chew on it.
Right.
When you're finished smoking it, if you have that aftertaste, it's sweet.
Mm-hmm.
It's not harsh to where you're looking for a soda to try to get, you know,
Right.
get
I
rid
said
of
earlier,
something.
there's nothing worse than a cigar dry shell. It's just,
Yeah.
to me, it just kills them.
That's a good point too. Or I know it's a good cigar from chewing on the smoke.
Yes,
I love doing that.
yes. I don't care if it changes. It's nice and sweet and heavy, just chewy. Coat your mouth.
I mean, this isn't giving off a lot of smoke, but taste-wise, it's great. Me personally, I like a cigar that's going to give off a little bit more smoke. I like that ambiance of the smoke, and it's like the whole cigar experience. But I'm not complaining.
So what if we go the other way? We talked about really expensive stuff. I mean, when you pick up a $5 cigar, what do you expect? I mean, do you give it? I mean, is it okay if it doesn't burn right? You know, if it
Well, you
doesn't
give it
taste
more
right?
leeway. You give it a little bit more leeway.
Yeah, you're more tolerable.
Right. A 5-hour cigar, you're going to expect you might have to relight it. You're going to have to touch it up as you're going.
I'd rather.
But if you're constantly working at it, it's
No.
kind of like,
Yeah.
Well, you won't pick it up again.
yeah,
No.
definitely won't pick it up
Right.
again.
I'd smoke 110 before I would 2 5s. When I
Yeah.
talk, like with the Hoya, that's different. But the average $5 stick,
Right.
I'd
Well,
rather have
it really
mine
depends
sit
what you're
and
doing.
enjoy it.
If I'm at home, I'm in the garage working on a bike or doing something around the house,
Right.
I'm going to smoke a 5-hour cigar because if you drop it, it breaks something. So you're not kicking yourself in the ass. You just ruined a
But
$18 cigar or a $10 cigar.
But here's a question though, Ken, if you're into a shop and you happen to see a new brand comes out and its price point at $6, are you less likely to buy it because of the price point?
Especially if it says Gurkha. No, I.
What if it is a Gurkha?
What could? Well, I'll tell you what. If it is, they're going to charge $25 for that. Because they're $10 ones.
I
But,
think how it looks as a,
Yeah, you know what? I think package. You look at the, if it looks like a cheap metallic
Yeah.
band, and you just, well, okay.
Then you pick it up and you look at it, and it's going. You got veins running up and down it,
And it feels like it's going to float away, and you just, no, that's going to smoke hot. I just forget that.
Now, for the cheaper cigars, what Walt was talking about, I know a lot of companies now are starting to get a lower price point. Like Alex Bradley came out with the Catch 22. I didn't like it at all.
Yeah, I'm not.
I'm not big on
I know
Alex Bradley.
Room 101 came with the Payback. I like that a lot. And that's a cheaper Room 101. The AJ Fernandez New World is a cheaper version, and I like that. So it's just one of those things. I like when a company comes out with a cheaper price point.
Yeah, the Cuban stock premium. I mean, that's short filler, and it's a lot of work, but it's like a $4 or $5 stick.
Right. So I mean, for me, I'll try it.
Right.
And I'll try almost anything if it's going to be $5-6. If I don't like it, so be it. And that's the way I go into it. Sometimes I'm pleasantly surprised, and I like when I'm pleasantly
If it's an established, like Hoya
Right.
or LaFleur, if I see a $6 some cent LaFleur, I'll try it. I won't hesitate. But if I see, $6, $7 Gurkha, I'm going to pass it over and get the LaFleur or get the Hoya Red.
Right.
I had a LaFleur, what was it, 2000?
Well, you know, certain manufacturers, even though it might be a cheaper price cigar, the quality's still going to be there.
Well, that's like Padron. You know what to expect when you see Padron. You know what to expect. When you see Hoya, it may not be your flavor range, but you know exactly what to expect.
A lot of companies too just overexpand. They have 150 different types of cigars. Padron's got their 8 to 10 cigars that they have, and they're very good at what they do.
High end, yeah.
Right.
So how important is packaging to you? I mean, do you like the more traditional packaging that's got, the antique looking bands, or do you want the high flake metallic glossy bands?
I like the antique.
I like the
antique
style.
I look at the cigar first, the wrapper, what it looks like. That's what always draws me first. And then, I appreciate a nice band, but...
Well, the band's to get your attention when you walk into a humidor and there's 200 cigars staring at you. That band's going to jump out and grab your attention. Whether it's a good cigar or not,
Right.
might be a totally different
The
thing.
Christoph bands are nice colors, but they're nothing...
Yeah, they're just a bigger
fancy.
band.
Exactly.
I like the look.
Cigar is unbelievable.
Yeah, it's a wrapper.
But Padron is just paper bands too.
Right.
Exactly.
Simple.
But that's classic. It's
Right.
a classic
But you look
cigar.
at the wrapper and the
Yeah.
construction of a Padron, and they've put some considerable effort into it.
But the average guy who's a weekend smoker is going to come in and see the fancy band and go, oh, that's got to be a good
absolutely.
cigar.
Yes.
And he'll pick it up on that alone. Now, whether he'll smoke it again or not is another question. But it's
I think that's
the packaging. It's a sales gimmick. To draw your attention to that cigar.
This is like any
That's the
product.
same thing
Any
with boxes.
Well, sure, same
I
deal.
mean, a lot of money spent on boxes,
Mhm.
I mean, Gurkha makes some crazy ass
That's
boxes.
why that's all, packaging's big.
Big
Take
shredded
shredded
boxes, they're practically furniture. Yeah. So,
You get a cigar, it looks like they rubbed it down with some vegetable
bacon.
oil or something, or bacon or lard. I mean, it's just shiny and it's dark. It's like, oh, give that one a try.
Right. But it just can't be dipped or...
No.
Can't have
We're just talking about a
sugar
natural
coating.
oily.
No.
remember those Henry Clays? The Henry Clay cigars, always said that was the perfect cigar to smoke in the rain, because it was just, it looked like an oilskin
Like
coat.
waxed. Carnuba on there.
Like those oilskin coats, that's what the wrapper reminds me of. Yeah.
This had oil.
Yeah,
When
well,
I hit it, I had a flame just hanging there. It had some oil to it.
Yeah.
It has not changed yet. No change. For me.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
My smoothness is waning a bit, but it's also
Mine's just a little
Very
bit
hot.
warmer. It's not quite as cool.
I was just going to say that it's
Just a little bit. Nothing
hot,
bad,
not crazy hot, but it's getting a little.
but a little bit.
Yeah.
and I've been looking forward to the cigar all day, so I'm like smoking. Exactly.
All right, we're all, I guess, about the halfway point now. Have your opinions changed?
Yeah, when I hit halfway, the sweetness kind of went away, but it still has the creamy taste. It
Nothing
hasn't gotten
harsh.
better. No, it hasn't gotten
Yeah,
worse or better.
Same all the way through.
It's not as mild as it was, but I'm still enjoying it. I'm not enjoying it.
It just lost something.
Right.
It just lost an element with
Right.
that sweetness.
Yep. Excellent.
But it's holding up well. It's still, I mean, burning nice. It hasn't got soft, mushy.
No, mine's not. Mine's
firm?
not firm. No. I can hold mine right there and you can't even feel it.
Yep.
I like that.
I'll give it an A for construction. Whoever, you know, construction on this thing
construction made very well.
is excellent.
Good construction.
I say mine.
Nice wrapper.
I hate to be
I was gonna say,
the one,
yeah.
but my wrapper's starting to unravel a little bit.
Stop chewing it.
Yeah, and well, it's like another reason why I punch. But you can see, I can see how firm your cigars
Yeah.
are, and you can see how mine is
Yeah,
just a little bit
Different. You get, yours has been different all the way. It's been
Yeah.
darker, it's been blacker, the ash.
and it's gotten a little bit. I don't know, it's not harsh, but it's lost the sweetness. It's lost the creaminess for me.
Yeah.
And I'm
No,
at the
mine's
point
still
now, this is normally right now, if a cigar that I enjoyed up to this point got this way, I'm thinking about putting it down.
But $10 seemed to be the magic number earlier. Is this still a $10 cigar in your opinion? Or is it starting to fall off?
Yeah, it's still a $9.50, $10 ranger for me. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely would smoke it again.
Oh yeah.
For $10, I definitely.
Yeah.
Because of its size.
For 10 or under,
Yeah, 10 and under.
I would, you know.
Definitely.
You doing these in a bundle?
If you buy 3, you get 2 free.
Now my ears
Let's make
If I get a $10 cigar for 6, now.
But I have noticed once I got down further, the ash is getting darker than what it was. Mine was
Yep.
always a nice gray, now it's
Yeah.
starting to get a black tint to it.
Yep.
But I'm still enjoying it.
Mine's still gray.
Yours though.
Yours is a lighter shade, Tim.
Yeah.
Mine's just, mine hasn't changed.
Mhm.
I can't taste a change in that cigar. I mean, it's getting a little warmer, but
Yeah, now I'm starting to feel it a little bit.
No, I still haven't got any heat.
Nah, mine's cool.
Any distinct flavors jumping out at you?
no.
No, not
Just
at all.
tobacco,
Yeah.
but it's lost its sweet.
Yeah, it doesn't have a complex flavor
No.
profile by any means.
No.
No, it's, so far it's been, except for the sweetness going away at the halfway point, it's been consistent through.
I'm starting to get a little peppery taste at the end here. And I think the heart, me smoking it heavily
Look how shiny
might have
it
to
is.
do with it.
A
lot of rolls,
mine's
a lot of
still
rolls in
excellent.
that cigar.
Yeah.
I mean, that hasn't,
Yeah, yours is
there's
shiny.
nothing.
Yeah. Oh, I would definitely smoke this again.
Yeah, I
No
would
doubt
too.
about it.
I would too.
In fact, I could fire one up right after that.
That's what's nice
I've
about
been
this.
looking at
Doesn't
that
burn
one,
you out for the next
I'm
one.
eyeballing
No,
that.
I mean, it's just that I could do it. I'm not overpowered by it, but yet I still get some great taste from it.
Right. It doesn't burn you out for the next cigar.
That
The
brings
next
up,
cigar won't have to, won't fight with it.
Right.
that brings up an interesting question. How often are you likely to light up back-to-back cigars? I mean, the same cigar, same vitola, that sort of thing. I mean, is this something you do
Every now.
every now and again? Something
No, I hardly ever smoke two of the same
Me
back
too.
to back. Never.
For years I did that, but the last couple of years since coming here all the time,
I usually
I
like
never do
to stack mine, start out and
yeah.
build.
We, if it's good, I'd back it up.
Yeah.
Mhm.
If it's good.
See, I'm back asswards. I like to do a heavy cigar and then back it up with a lighter cigar. I don't know why.
I'm the same way. I don't know what it is.
See, I do the math, like how long I'm going to be here, how long I've eaten. Like when I come here in the mornings on the weekends, how long ago did I eat? So it's been a while, so I usually start out. But if I come here after lunch on a Saturday and just
You'll
eat,
pick a big,
heavier cigar, yeah.
I know you, Al.
I know you do. But,
I better know you.
Like on Sundays, if I eat lunch here, my next cigar is going to be the heaviest of the day.
Right. Chapter 2.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, right after a meal, it's just my body's just screaming, light up, light up. So
This would be
I went through this.
before I got here. Right before I got here, I had dinner. This is like perfect right after dinner.
yep. Yeah, I just slammed food before I got here too.
And I get no complaints.
Yeah, this is exactly what I needed.
I mean, it's not my first cigar today. It's probably my third. But
This is my first.
I was gonna say,
but the other two, I was busy working around the house doing stuff. So
yeah, I haven't eaten, came from the gym. This is a good start for me.
Yeah, I don't smoke when I work.
Yeah, when
I
used
like
work
to
out-
sit down, relax, and enjoy it. If I'm going to, do something, $10 especially, I want.
right. No, I'm saying if I'm working
Yeah, I
around.
like it like, when you come in here, there's nothing going to call for you
Right.
unless you work here. You
No,
just sit back.
that's what I'm saying. If I'm working around the house, I'm not firing up a $10 cigar.
That's
I'm gonna,
Time to put that one down, buddy.
I think
grab
so.
Yeah, I think that lost its.
a little cheaper cigar for working around the house. Something I can enjoy too, but
But the taste was good on that cigar.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
That was just, you got the one that was the
I
bad
got,
instruction.
I got the run of the litter.
Yep.
Yeah, you know what? I gotta be sitting. I can't do one, because then I forget about it, goes out, and then that's just me.
Us retired people, you know how we are.
That
What's that?
annoys me if I'm working
watch the
and I
grass
forgot my
grow.
cigar and it goes out.
Well, how important is brand recognition to you? Are you more likely to pick up a well-established brand over something new to the market?
Yes.
Yes. Yes, definitely.
but I
Depends on
will.
the day.
I will try.
I will try anything new coming out if
If it looks like.
if it looks like it's something I'll enjoy. I'll try it. You never know.
Yeah.
It could be something you go, wow, this is great. I'm going to smoke this all the time.
Right.
Or it could be something you're halfway through and you're pitching it in a tray.
Yeah.
Let me grab something.
But I really think it depends on your mood. I mean, if you're coming from a hard day, you just came in and you wanted a good cigar. You didn't want to go experiment and try
Right.
something
Yeah,
new.
that's
So you're
true.
sitting there going, all right, let me, no. You had a rough day, you want to get
Right.
something you
Something-
know.
Everybody has their go-to cigar.
Yeah.
And no matter what it is, it might be a mild, a full body. If you're coming from work or doing anything and you just want to kick back and relax, you want your go-to cigar that you're going to sit back, relax, enjoy, and let the world pass by.
Right.
What is everyone's go-to cigar?
The everyday, probably a Christoph.
Yeah, I tell people when they come in, I'm like, you can't go wrong with a Christoph to me. I mean,
Fedora Lajero
it's...
on that Christoph, I like.
Yeah. I mean, to me, anything in the Christoph line, you can't go wrong with. That's just my opinion.
I like it on Yeho.
Well, yeah, but...
For me, is the sun-grown Florfina.
Mhm.
I just,
Mine?
I love it.
The MX2. I don't know what it is about that one. I just.
Mine, Tortuga, the Torpedo. I love that cigar.
That's a
Yeah, I
good
like
cigar.
the Tortugas.
I can really enjoy that. The Maduro.
Yeah.
It's like the natural better.
You like the natural better?
Yeah, I do.
I can't wait for it to get a hand on the Connecticut. I'm dying to try it.
Alright, I have a
It's
question.
ordered.
I have a question for you guys. Persuasion, what someone says. Is it more, are you more likely if someone you know says, oh, try this because it's a good stick?
Most certainly. Sure.
If it's somebody who I know smokes a lot of different cigars and has what people call an established palate,
Right.
I'll trust their opinion on it. But if it's somebody that comes in that you really don't know and you watch what they buy and they're buying everything and anything, Am I going to trust their opinion on a cigar?
Yeah, because I'll ask you, Tim, all the time, like, something, you know my flavor profile. Give me something in my realm.
Right.
That's part of working in a cigar store. You get to know your steady customers and you know what they like. And sometimes you can say, hey pal, do you ever think of trying this? You might enjoy it. Because you know what they buy all the time in their profile range.
Right.
Yeah,
And sometimes guys go, man, thanks for recommending that cigar, I really enjoyed it. And other times you say, hey, what you think? I really didn't like it.
Right.
Okay, because you've pointed out. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm gonna say it's perfectly fine, because there's cigars that I say I really enjoy, and you want to recommend them to someone, just try it.
Right.
And you'll be like, I don't like it at all. And that's perfectly fine.
That's
So
what it
that
goes.
one
Absolutely.
you gave me, you raved about
I
it,
loved it. Yeah.
and it did nothing for me. I mean, it was.
All three of you have recommended cigars to me. Some of them I've loved, and some of them I just do
Look
not
on the
like.
palate. You see what somebody smokes, like on the dojo. You know, when I look for new cigars, I know what the guy normally smokes. And if I like what he normally smokes, and this is a good cigar, this is a good cigar, and if he comes up with something I never tried, he said, this is a good cigar, and I think, well, you know, that might be worth giving that one
Right, give it a shot.
Well, here's a question for you. If somebody recommended something and you've smoked it and you didn't like it, would you smoke it again?
No.
Really? No,
I don't like
opposite.
I mean,
I think 2 cigars
Yes.
is a
Yeah,
good test for
definitely.
a cigar.
Unless it's a real.
Just
ball
like
rocket.
here, you know, ours are smoking good and Jay's right into the crackles.
Yeah,
So-
you can't.
But there's a lot of times too when you're smoking, depending on what you ate beforehand,
Yeah.
what you drank beforehand,
Right.
will alter the taste of a
And your
cigar.
mood.
Sure.
Right, absolutely.
You know, if you've had a hectic, crazy day, you might not enjoy that cigar.
Right.
But if it's Sunday afternoon and you're just kicking back and you're relaxing, you might go, hey, this is nice.
Right.
Or if it's your first smoke of the day, you're trying something new, you
Right.
like it, you don't like it.
Right. If somebody says this is a really good full body cigar and it doesn't meet your expectations, you're let down.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, I always believe in smoking 2 or 3
Yeah,
at
yeah.
different times of the day, different
That's right.
after I eat different things.
The New Worlds.
Definitely.
Everyone in here raves about the New Worlds. The first time I had one was my first cigar of the day, and I didn't like it. Then I had it again. It was probably second or third of the day. It was better, but it wasn't like
And I remember
awesome.
we all recommended the Anejos, and you didn't like the Anejo.
Oh, I love that.
Right, so do I. That's the whole thing. That's why we recommended it. But it's not for everybody's palate.
Right.
No, that's right.
And that was the Queen Bee.
Right.
I did not like
That's
that.
That's a strong cigar.
Yeah, I like the King Bee
I didn't
better.
finish it.
I like that
King
King,
King
the King Bee.
And the Queen Bee and the King Bee.
I had the
Okay.
Queen intro.
Yeah, it's not quite as punchy. It doesn't have
I
quite
always
as
thought it was
much
the King
punch.
Tea and the Queen Bee. But it's the King Bee? I always thought it was the King Tea.
Are there any cigars that you love in one size but hate in another?
Yes, I know for you, you don't like the bomb. You like it in the smaller
The
range.
Small Bomb is one of my favorite cigars of all time. The bigger one was just
It's overpowering.
it was a harsh.
Yeah.
I didn't finish it. It was horrible. Couldn't do it.
What's I find with the smaller ring and the smaller cigars, sometimes they're not as harsh as the bigger
Right,
cigars, and
absolutely.
they smoke a lot
Now,
nicer.
for me, on a milder cigar, I like a smaller cigar. I know a lot of guys like the
Yeah,
smaller.
no.
Like for me, the Perla, I like the little Perlas because I like more of a medium cigar. But every once in a while, I want a mild cigar. But I don't want a larger mild cigar because it gets repetitive.
Monotonous,
It's boring.
yeah.
Yeah, aesthetically, I like Connecticut wrappers. I shy away from them. Just I don't like how they look. That Grey Cliff you got me, that little tiny thing was awesome. And by looking at it, it's like I'm not gonna like
I
this.
gave him the Pirate, the red, the original.
That's my
That's a good
favorite.
cigar.
That's my
I looked at that and I thought,
Grey Cliff.
I'm not gonna like this.
It's not
I
a
like the
cheap
blue,
either.
too.
I think it was up there.
phenomenal.
Yeah, the original red, that's my all-time favorite cigar.
Yeah, it was a good smoke. Really good.
We used to handle them in here.
Our cow is in here. And then we went down to Grey Cliff in the Bahamas. I was
What's
like
it?
in heaven.
Well, that's another thing too. When you're talking about price point, are you willing to spend $13, $14 on a smaller cigar?
Yeah.
If I enjoy it, yeah.
I struggle to do that. I really
It's
do.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
But will I do it every day? No.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like as much as I love the Padrones, I can't
Yeah.
You can't justify that.
smoking that every day.
That's small.
I mean, on a Sunday or, you know.
But there's days where I'd rather smoke that 13 once than 2 6s or 2
Oh,
7s.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, it just depends. If I want to smoke a few that day, well, I'm not going to smoke all 13s, that's
Right.
for sure. But I, like with the $10 stick, you buy a $10 stick, it's bad. There's so many good $10 sticks out there. I'm not going to waste $10 on that, on a question mark.
Yeah.
Right.
Especially after I try it, I'm going to get a go-to.
Right.
Same with the VSGs, just because of their size versus their
Yeah.
price. Because I've never had a bad VSG. But they're
It
just
just
too
depends
small.
what you like, but you know, when you know you have a $10 or $12 stick, and that $10 when you tried last time, you didn't like it, I ain't gonna mess with it, I'm gonna drop 10 over here.
Yeah, the LaFleurs.
Sure, I mean, they're always good.
I'm still picky about Maduros.
I like Maduro.
Yeah, there's some Maduros I really like, and others. just-
That chapter 1 you like, that's from Maduro.
Yeah, that's a good.
That's a nice stick, it's Maduro.
All the cigars are getting pretty short. Anyone running any burn problems?
Not me.
No.
Still smoking well for everyone?
Yeah.
I'm relighting it, so that's a good sign.
All right, so how would you describe this person, or describe the cigar to a person that was new to cigars?
Well balanced.
A middle of the road taste. It's like they said, it's a great beginner cigar. They're trying to figure out what they like.
Smooth.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a middle of the
You're not
road.
getting a lot of different profile changes. It's consistent from front
Yeah.
light to here. It's
You
been,
just lose a
except for
little
the
bit.
sweetness
Just a little.
going away, it's been consistent, well built, no problems at all. I mean, I had to touch it a couple times, but you expect that with
Yeah.
a big ring. I do anyway with a bigger ring cigar.
Yeah,
Yeah, I touch
surprisingly.
them up. I don't let them
Yeah, I
rock
mean,
with it.
for someone that's to start, it might be a little bit too big for them, but otherwise.
Yeah, but strength and taste, I think,
Yeah.
is, I mean, it's not a big flavor bomb,
No,
but you get that nice taste of
Yeah.
good tobacco.
yeah.
So what would you expect a smaller Vitola of this blend to taste like? You think it would be milder?
I think it'll be a little more,
Strong.
have a little more richness to it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I think you might
Sweeter,
lose a little bit of the
a little
creaminess.
sweeter. I think it would be.
It'll probably be a little stronger, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You might get more the natural taste of it.
You probably get a better idea what the manufacturer was going for from
Right.
a flavor perspective, I think. Because you do lose something with bigger cigars, I've discovered over the years. Like you
More
might get a
filler.
true representation of what the
There's more
manufacturer is
filler.
going for at the smaller size.
How would you describe the flavor profile? Is it still just kind of a run-of-the-mill tobacco taste, or nothing jumping out at you at all?
nothing
Nothing's coming
It's
out.
been steady,
Yeah.
just steady.
Steady, mild, creamy. Like I said, other than the sweetness going away at the halfway point, it's been
Yeah,
a medium cigar.
I'd say medium.
Mm-hmm.
Still not hot to the touch. Some you get that short, boy, you can hardly hold it at the end.
I like it.
Yeah, I don't want to put it out. That's always a good sign for a cigar.
Yeah, usually at this point, if I gotta hit it, I'm ditching it, but
Yeah.
I'm relighting this one.
Yep.
I think the next time you gotta bring a real stinker in here. And see if we can be honest with it.
Get some CI
Got some of
knockoffs,
them in
that'll
here.
do it.
What do you think? Are you still likely to buy it at $10?
I would.
I would, yeah.
Yeah, I
I
would.
definitely would.
I'd buy it.
I would buy it at 10, but I don't
Nine
think
would
it's
be a
gonna
little bit
travel
better
at 10.
No. I wouldn't buy it consistently.
What do you think it would sell it in your store at $10?
I don't think it would,
No.
because it doesn't have that journey. It just has just a straightforward cigar.
Where do you think this
I
would
think
sell?
it'll fall around the $8 range.
Yeah.
$8. $8 would be a fair price.
At $8, this would be a good seller at $8. $10, it might be a little.
Be a good
Looking for a
recommended
much more.
cigar.
Looking for a little more.
Yeah. The people who smoke milder cigars, $10. Who smoke a lot of cigars, would get this.
You probably get like an initial rush on it when it first came in, and then it would slow down afterwards.
I think so.
Yeah.
If it was $10,
Yeah.
yes, I think it would slow down afterwards.
How do you think it would sell at $8?
Good.
I think it would sell
Yeah, I
very
think-
well.
Yeah.
Wouldn't hesitate to recommend it.
That's right.
Wouldn't hesitate.
No, for an $8 cigar,
I would-
it'd be going.
At
out the door.
$8, I would take Tortuga down and put this up.
That's saying something.
That's
Yeah.
saying something, because I love that
I know.
cigar. That cigar I just think is incredible.
So needless to say, at $7.39 suggested retail, this would do well here.
This would do
Rock.
well
This
here.
would be very well here.
Absolutely.
Yep.
I'd have a
At
couple.
739?
$7.39.
I wasn't too far off, was I?
No.
Yeah, he said 7 to 9.
$7.39. I'd have a couple of these in my humidor.
Yes.
Yep.
Not a problem at all.
So at $7.39 for the 60, where would you expect the smaller sizes to fall? Do you think they'd be?
Within 50 cents.
Yeah. 40 cents.
Like $6.50 range.
7.
Yeah, maybe $6.75.
Yeah, I'd really like the next size down. I'd really like to try.
Yeah, I would too.
I'll get your wallet out because Tim's got it.
What's that?
Get your wallet out. Tim has it.
Uh-oh.
And I didn't recognize it.
Nope. Someone did mention it. They got it right. Well, they didn't guess it right, but the name did come up.
Cuban stock.
No.
Christian Boy.
No.
Not really.
So the interesting thing about this cigar, right? It was sent to me, not this size, smaller size was sent to me not all that long ago, and I thought it was really good. I was really interested in doing the tasting with it, and I contacted the retailer, the manufacturer, looking to get that smaller size, but it wasn't available because it's selling so well. So I'm in here one day, and you mentioned it. You were talking about the smaller size quite favorably. And Nate came in one day and sat down next to me, and you handed Nate one, and Nate was, I don't really like that brand, but you were pushing it, and he was really impressed by it.
Punch Signature?
It's the Punch Signature.
That's crazy, because the size I have burns a lot faster, and it's a lighter cigar. This cigar has a lot more tobacco in it.
Yeah.
So my first thought was either these guys are going to know exactly what it is, because a few days later I go walking in to grab a New World, and there sitting on the floor was the box of Punch Signature that just came in.
I would never pick that up. I don't like punch, and this is not bad. This is good.
Well, I had
Yeah,
Signature
consider small back one of the.
I've had all the smaller rings. I've
Yeah.
Is that the white band?
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys have. They had the
but
white
this
band, and they've all said it's.
I smoked the Robusto and I smoked
Yeah,
the
this one's
Rough
better
Child.
than.
Yeah, I mean, I have the Robusto, and it doesn't smoke like this.
Better.
I thought it was a little bit more full. The
Yes.
Robustos were fuller.
Yeah.
Oh, they'd have to be.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a
And I was
shot.
thinking when you get those white band punches in, I was going to get one because everyone has been.
I said I had one when I was talking with you yesterday. That's what I was smoking.
He's going to
And
say
it
the
was,
punch.
Guys in the dojo, like, oh, great
Because of
smoke.
The makeup of it, you know.
Right.
Wow. I've had a punch in my home.
Nowhere, I never thought, well, I smoked 2 of them. A sample and 1 out of the box.
They said my only disappointment, just had to keep waiting yesterday.
So now that you know that it is a general cigar product, does that change your opinion on the price point or on the cigar in general?
not at all.
Not at all.
No.
Not at least.
Like I said before, when that Signature came out, the first one I had, I didn't have much expectation for it, and I smoked it, and I went, wow, this is.
Why can't I get a
I'm not a
I
punch
have to get a
guy.
longer size of that in just to see.
I'm not a punch guy to begin with, but I really,
No, I like
when I first smoked that Signature, I was skeptical, and after I smoked it, I went, wow, this is nice.
That
I
had a
got
punch
one-
band on it, I'd have passed it up.
Not on a free smoke like this,
Right.
but I mean, just going in.
Just because what you know. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
So now are you interested to try the smaller rings?
Yeah, I try some
Yeah.
more.
And now I'm getting a little bit of heat now on mine, but I'm almost.
Yeah, I'm nubbing it, and I'm still enjoying it. It's a lot harsher, obviously, but indeed.
Punch. You can teach an old dog new tricks.
Well, I think it's going to wrap it up. Thank you guys for.
Thank you, Walt.
Thank you, buddy. Bob.
Thank you.
This was.
I was pleasantly surprised.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, I was thinking, if I
very
don't have a
surprised.
cigar I'm smoking, am I gonna have to go in and grab one?
Now, we've all said it was a medium, but isn't it billed as a full body?
It is, and I really do think the smaller sizes carry a lot more punch.
Right.
They're a lot more robust, more flavorful. I mean, it's not bad, but it is kind of right along the lines of my other experiences where it's more or less the same thing all the way through. There's not much change. But I don't mind it in the smaller size.
Yeah.
Where when I'm smoking a 6x60, it can get a little monotonous. But, there are times when I don't mind that, but generally I like a cigar that changes.
Yep, same here.
Well, as I said earlier, I don't particularly care for a cigar that's all the way through.
This was enjoyable.
Oh yeah, this was very enjoyable.
Yeah.
Very enjoyable.
But in my regular cigars, I'd rather have something that's going to change.
Evolve, yeah.
Right.
Now you guys had the Robusto that I have in there.
Right.
How does that compare to this?
Stronger.
It's stronger.
Yeah, a little bit.
Do you think the draw's easier on it?
Draw was easier on this. I think there's a little bit more resistance on the smaller one.
Yeah, I thought this draw was perfect.
No, I did too.
Oh yeah, the
draw
draw
is
is
excellent.
perfect.
Excellent.
But the smaller Robusto one seems to be a little bit harder.
Really? I thought it drew easy.
That drew easy.
No, I thought the Robusto
Drew even easier? No, I had a little bit more resistance in the Robusto, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with it. But this really drew easy.
This was mine was perfect, but that net was perfect.
This
Considering
is
how
almost
yours
2 hours.
ended up, what would you say?
I liked it. I mean, for 75% of the cigar, it was good. It was really good. But having tried 2 other sizes, I would prefer the smaller size.
Smaller.
Yeah, but now knowing what the price point is on this, I like it more. Now, I don't know if I'd go this ring gauge again, but
Right.
I'm definitely gonna try
I
the
mean,
smaller.
ring gauge is definitely not my.
Yeah, me too.
Nah.
Yeah, 10 years
Maybe
ago.
that's why I prefer the Robusto.
Yeah, ring gauge wise, it's my size, but I would like a little bit more out of it. But
Yeah, 10 years ago, I
Definitely
liked
good,
this, immensely. A great deal more.
Excellent. And they are for sale now.
always a sale.
I'll try the small one.
Oh, definitely.
I said I had it yesterday. It was the second one I had that was just as good as the first one I had.
When I see them posted on Punch, I figure, yep, I'll pass.
Yeah,
Why don't you like Punch?
I've never had I've not had a good one.
I guess
They just
You know what?
You just did.
Me personally,
green.
I'm not a Rocky Patel fan, but I will try Rocky Patel.
Rojo.
There's something about Rocky Patel that I just.
That's the only one I liked in the line.
I'll try them.
Was the rare Corojo.
Yes.
Something about them I just don't enjoy.
To me, a punch is like a party
I like the
against
soccer.
her.
I haven't had it.
Oh, really?
Never know.
They come in boxes of 10. They're good.
What's
The
that?
rare Corojo. I
The
like.
rare Corojo.
Yeah, rare Corojo. I love the rare Corojo.
But other than that, I've
This is
had them.
something
and just,
like the
they
rare
taste
Corojo.
green, like they're not aged properly. You smell them. Sometimes you get that ammonia off of them, which shows it's not aged. You know, once you get, like I say, once I get a bad one, usually I'm like CAO.
Yeah, let's see.
They had the Columbia. Everybody was saying how good the Columbia was. I had it. I smoked about a third of it. I threw it away. But you know, that's just me. That's just me.
Brought to you by the SRS 450 Home Smoke Eater by GetTheSmokeout.com.